Good Morning Idaho.
Welcome back to Good Morning Idaho. It is 6:40 and Jim Clausen is with us from Sit Means Sit. We've got a great energetic puppy with us,
right.
Probably the most energetic puppy we've seen in a while. But Jim, good to see you today.
Nice to see you too.
Okay, so say you get one of these cute puppies for Christmas, a new puppy in your house. What are some tips for when they're this young?
You know, one of them is this toy that I'm holding right here, this little Kong toy. Puppies are going to chew and they're going to play bite and they're going to get into stuff because they just don't know the rules of the house. So a simple little toy like this Kong toy, and what I've done is I put some of the puppy's canned food in it and I froze it last night. So it's frozen in there. It's going to take the puppy several hours to get that out. So usually we'll keep their attention for quite a bit. And with this being in the house, this will keep the puppy from chewing on your shoes or your electrical cords. And you want to have a couple of these things and keep the puppy stimulated.
Yes.
When people get a new Christmas puppy, they're usually home for the holidays. They spend an extra time with them, but in about a week, all the kids will go back to school. Puppy's going to be alone. So having some of these interactive toys, these little $10 toys, will save a family hundreds of dollars in chewed up stuff. And you can see how she wants to get that puppy food out of there. She likes you too. I think she wants to go over there and be you. But these little toys are really, really good for puppies. When you freeze them, they act like little teething rings that a human baby would use. And when the puppy is playing with it, you can see there, not only can she get the reward out, which is the canned food, but the ice cold rubber will start to numb her gums. And when it numbs her gums, the pain goes away. When the pain goes away, it feels good. When it feels good, she wants to go back to it. So I highly recommend starting out with some of these Kongs to keep that puppy busy.
And that's one of the problems that most people, when they get new animals in their house, that they say is the chewing, and that's, you just need to keep them active. Is a big part of it.
We like to tell our clients, make it easy for the puppy to do the right thing and make it hard for them to do the wrong thing. So by keeping a Kong out, having a Kong every day, or some of the other interactive toys that we've shown on previous segments, like Kibble Nibbles, or Buster Cubes, or Tug-A-Jug, or Busy Buddies, all these things are designed to keep that puppy busy, because if they're not busy, that's when they get destructive.
Okay. Another big thing when they're puppies is potty training. What do you recommend for that?
Huge. Again, make it easy for the puppy to do the right thing and hard for them to do the wrong thing. Control the puppy's food intake. A lot of people will leave food down all the time. Well, if they don't know when the puppy's eating, then they're not going to know when they have to go to the bathroom. So if they get the puppy on a set feeding schedule, then they can determine the puppy's potty clock. Once they determine the puppy's potty clock, which is how many minutes after they eat do they have to go to the bathroom, then it becomes easy to get the puppy on a schedule. Once they're on a schedule, then it becomes easy to teach the puppy how to give us a signal.
He's going right behind
live television, folks. In the beginning, it's difficult to pay attention to the puppy to figure out what their signal is, because they can't speak English, so we don't know what they're going to do. They might sniff, they might circle, they might whine or bark. Sometimes you get lucky and they go right over to the door. But getting them on that schedule so you can determine their potty clock will make things a lot easier.
And something I learned when my dog was a puppy was just be sure you take them out as soon as you get home, because you let them out of that crate.
Oh boy.
They're going to go.
That's right. Another thing is to give them frequent opportunities out, any change of activity. So first thing in the morning, last thing at night, after each meal, after they woke up from a nap, even after playing. And one of the biggest things is after you've gone on a walk. You may have gone on a walk around the neighborhood for 30 minutes. Well, that's a change of activity when you've gone from being in motion for 30 minutes to relaxing in the house. And what do most people do when they come back from the walk? They might go to the bathroom and wash their hands. Well, puppies, if they go on a walk and they don't go to the bathroom and then you immediately bring them in the house, they're going to start to relax and they're going to say, oh yeah, I got to go potty. So take them right from the front door through the back door to their potty area, let them go to the bathroom. So any change of activity is going to help with letting them out to go to the bathroom so you can get them on that schedule.
All right, we're out of time, Jim. Great puppy tips today, and we'll stick around, everyone, because we'll have more information coming up in our third hour on Fox 9, so we'll have lots more puppy tips. But
all right, we are back. It's time for Sit Means Sit, and the new little holiday puppy named. What did you come up with?
This puppy's owned by Jake and Lisa Duplessis, and I can't remember the puppy's name. I think it's Chloe.
Yeah. How old is Chloe exactly?
10 weeks, 11 weeks.
Okay, and we were talking during a break that you are already potty training a puppy.
That's right.
How soon can you start potty training a puppy?
The day you get them home.
Really?
Puppies, puppies should be, a good breeder will have them raised in a clean environment. The breeder of this puppy is Christina Abbott, and they were born and raised in her home, and she started them on papers, and then she got them on the right schedule. They were following mom out the doggy door. So these puppies, when they come from a good breeder, usually have a really good start on them. But you can start the potty training process the moment you get that puppy home. And one of the things to do is you need to establish where the potty area is going to be. And you do this by controlling the environment, meaning don't just give the puppy freedom. Even off camera here, we had the puppy on the leash. We didn't let her wander around. We took her out for frequent potty breaks. We show her what door to go out. We get her on a set feeding schedule so that if you know when she's eating, you're going to be able to determine her potty clock, meaning how many minutes after she eats does she have to go to the bathroom. One of the single biggest mistakes people make is they leave food down all the time. Well, the puppy grazes all day long. They're going to have a very difficult time determining the puppy's potty clock, which means now we're going to have accidents. And then they get upset with the puppy. They think it's the puppy's problem. When in reality, we have to teach them because they just don't know when to go to the bathroom or where to go to the bathroom or how to give us a signal because they don't speak English.
You're kind of brand new to all this. Can that go for all kinds of training? I noticed you had her sitting earlier. Are you already kind of going into the basic commands?
Yep, we're teaching her how to sit, we're teaching her how to walk on a leash, we're teaching her what toys are appropriate to chew on so that she learns this is her toy and not to take our shoes or our socks.
Well, it's definitely not my toy. I'm not a big fan of the Kong toy. It doesn't quite fit in my mouth.
No.
So once you get them home, get them going immediately. I mean, do you have any other immediate tips? Like, what's the first thing you want to teach the dog?
First thing I do is I put them on a leash and I let them explore a little bit so they learn their surroundings. It gives me a chance to figure out what is their signal going to be. Are they going to sniff and smell? Are they going to circle? But the immediate tip and the first thing we do is constant supervision. I never let that puppy out of my sight because it's up to us as owners to first figure out what is their signal before we can teach them our signal, like ringing a bell. And so I watch them every second. I want to make sure if they do something, like for example, have an accident, and it's going to happen. The puppy's going to have an accident. So then I have to ask myself, what did that puppy do right before they have an accident? Did they circle? Did they sniff? Did they bark? Did they whine? They gave me some sort of signal. I just got to figure out what is it.
All right. Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Chloe, for all the kisses this morning. Time right now is 7:19. And coming up next, how some people hope for a fresh start in 2000.